What's up, guys? Welcome to Aftershock. I'm Aaron, and today, I know I'm late, but we are going to finally do the results and my review for WWE WrestleMania 33 2017. I know I'm late. We're almost at Payback. What am I doing? But better late than never. After this, we're going to back up yet again. And probably tomorrow or the day after, we're going to start to finish up the last part of last year's pay-per-view. So I think I got like 3 more to do, and then we're all caught up. So let's go right on into this. Don't want to waste any time because this is going to be a long one. You guys bear with me. So I'm going to try to be as quick about it as I can, but it's WrestleMania. The pre-show, Shawn Michaels joins the panel with Sam Roberts on the floor in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Killian Dane and Tian Bing from NXT enter. Dane, Mojo Rawley, and Jinder Mahal were the final 3 in the end. Jinder Mahal threw Mojo Rawley outside over to where Rob Gronkowski was sitting. He threw his own drink at him. Gronkowski got into the ring, gave him a big shoulder block. Mojo Rawley got up, gives Killian Dane 2 big punches in the corner, in 2 different corners to eliminate Killian Dane. Mojo Rawley and Jinder Mahal fight at the apron to be eliminated, ending in a big punch from Mojo Rawley, and Mojo Rawley wins the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. About a 4 of 10. It was the casual, typical Andre Battle Royal. It wasn't anything special. I figured since they were building up Mojo Rawley and all these little Battle Royals that he would win here. Either him, Dane, or Strowman or Big Show, who was my picks, or Dolph Ziggler was my dark horse, but Mojo Rawley gets it. Paul Heyman was confident in the social media lounge when they interviewed him. Baron Corbin versus Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental title. I think it's sad. It's downright pathetic that the Intercontinental Championship is now settled to being on the pre-show, not even on the WrestleMania main card. That's supposed to be one of the main tier titles, but whatever. Corbin threw Dean into the barricade outside real quick. Corbin caught a diving Ambrose outside with a big forearm. Baron Corbin used his sliding spots. I love those sliding spots outside of the ring in the corners. Those are cool. Dean reversed the end of days into Dirty Deeds, and Dean Ambrose retains with that Dirty Deeds. Match was pretty. It wasn't bad. It wasn't awful. About a 6. Wasn't awful. Wasn't anything special either. Next we had on the pre-show, to end the pre-show, Austin Aries versus Neville. It wasn't to end, it was to start it off, but I actually caught it late, so it's on the end of my review. My apologies for that, you guys, but nonetheless. Austin Aries versus Neville for the Cruiserweight Championship. Austin Aries dove from the top to the floor. He hit the hit-seeking missile, and the suicide dive hit-seeking missile, he calls it. Neville hit the snap German suplex off the ropes. Aries hit the rolling elbow and a 450 splash. We ain't seen Austin Aries do that in a while, so he does it at Mania. Neville ends up reversing the last chancery with a big eye rake, playing up on the orbital socket fracture that Aries had. He just now came back from. Neville kicks the rope into Austin Aries' face, like right here at his eye, at your socket. Again, playing up on that. Neville retains via the red arrow. The match was really good, about a 7 of 10 for me. That to open the show, even if it's on the pre-show, like Austin Aries said, they was gonna make awesome lemonade out of crappy lemons. That's what they was gonna do, and they did. Now onto the main show, and we're already at 4.5 minutes. This is gonna be crazy, you guys, but I gotta do it. It's WrestleMania. For the main show to start off, we had Shane McMahon versus AJ Styles. Shane actually wrestled with AJ in the beginning a little bit. We've seen Shane's crazy punches yet again. Love them. Shane reversed the striking combo and the forearm. Shane danced around AJ with the punches as he was gaining momentum. AJ hit the Ushikaroshi, the neck breaker. AJ used the calf crusher. Shane used the arm bar and the omoplata to reverse it. Shane called AJ out of the springboard 450 into a triangle choke, caught him on the ground. It was pretty cool. AJ reversed the triangle into the Styles Clash with one arm. For a near fall, they played up on it, saying where Shane still had his arm in the triangle, it didn't have full impact or full effect, which was saving it which is kind of cool. It's a way to do it. Styles knocked the ref out with a big kick. AJ hit a Pele kick on Shane. Shane countered the coast to coast with the trash can. Shane hit a coast to coast, which is his own move. Let me rephrase that. Shane was gonna steal AJ was gonna steal Shane's coast to coast finisher, but Shane reversed it and did one on AJ. He hit with a can for a near fall with a trash can. Shane missed a big elbow through the table from the top rope to the outside of the announce table. Shane reversed the phenomenal forearm with a float over DDT. Shane McMahon missed the shooting star press. He actually brought it out this time. But AJ ends up winning in the end via phenomenal forearm. I thought he should have won by a Styles Clash or maybe even a spiral tap. I would have liked to have seen a spiral tap since it's WrestleMania, but he wins with the phenomenal forearm. Okay, whatever. James Ellsworth, Ric Flair, Charlotte, and Michael Cole did a Snickers commercial, which was kind of entertaining, kind of funny. Next, we had the United States Championship match. Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho. I thought it was going to be to culminate and to end their big rivalry, but it looks like they're going to keep going to Payback until Chris Jericho decides he has to leave for Fozzy. Big pop for Jericho, big pyro, and a huge list on the stage for his entrance. A huge list of Jericho on the side of the stage. It was really cool. Huge. When I say huge, I mean like 20 foot tall. Jericho attempted the walls really early, but Kevin Owens made it to the ropes. Owens hit the super kick and the cannonball, followed by a cannonball outside the ropes on the apron into the steel ring post, which was cool. Owens hit a senton for a near fall. Jericho reversed the apron powerbomb with a backdrop. Jericho hit the back elbow from the top, the spinning back elbow. Owens reversed the code breaker with a modified package sit-out powerbomb. Jericho hit the super Frankensteiner. Jericho missed the line salt. Owens hit the second super kick. Jericho reversed the frog splash with the knees. Owens then reversed the second line salt. Jericho got the knees up for the swanton after that. Kevin Owens hit the go-home driver, which he rarely uses now, which is a cool move. Near fall. Jericho reversed the pop-up powerbomb and finally hits the third attempt at a line salt. Kevin Owens reversed the Frankensteiner with the walls of Jericho, stole his move, which is kind of cool. Chris Jericho reversed the cannonball into the walls, which was an awesome reversal. I really loved that. Kevin Owens gets to the ropes. Jericho kicks out of the pop-up powerbomb, which was surprising. Jericho reversed the second powerbomb with the code breaker. Kevin Owens gets one finger on the ropes, literally like the edge of his finger, which was kind of really cool. Just barely that close. Kevin Owens hits the apron powerbomb, rolls him in for the win, and we have a new United States champion in Kevin Owens. And I love how he went to SmackDown and he's doing this new thing, saying he's the face of America with it, trying to bring it up a notch. I love what he's doing. I love what they're doing, meaning the WWE. Next, we had 9 minutes. Bayley versus Nia Jax versus Sasha Banks versus Charlotte for the Raw Women's Championship in a fatal 4-way elimination match. That last match for the U.S. title was awesome, by the way. Bayley had the inflatable 2-minute ringside for her entrance all around the ring, or behind the ring, or something of to that effect. It was pretty cool. Sasha rolled an old-timey car all the way down that ramp to the ring because that ramp was huge, so she was kind of smart, kind of cool too. Charlotte had the peacock and the neck dress. She entered to huge pyro behind her. Nia's power game in the beginning showed. Nia hit the corner butt splash on Bayley, threw Charlotte onto Bayley, and Sasha from the apron, and then she threw Sasha from the apron to the floor. The three team up on the bigger Nia Jax, hitting a double back suplex and a big boot combo for a near fall. The three hit a triple powerbomb from the top rope to the corner to eliminate, finally, Nia Jax. They pile up on her and eliminate her, which was cool. Sasha dove out from the top rope to the floor on Bayley. Charlotte hit a corkscrew moonsault, which she's brought out from time to time, which is, I kind of cringe when she does it, but I know she can pull it off, so kind of cool to see. Sasha reversed natural selection into the bank statement. Sasha hit the double knees from the top for a near fall on Charlotte, into the bank statement, into a roll-up. Charlotte sent Sasha into an exposed turnbuckle to eliminate her. So Nia and Charlotte's eliminated. Now it's Bayley versus Sasha. Or my bad. It's Bayley versus Charlotte. Sasha's eliminated. Say it's too much in too little time. I'm trying, you guys. Now it's Charlotte versus Bayley one-on-one. Charlotte missed the moonsault. Bayley broke the figure eight with the ropes. Bayley hit a backdrop from the top rope. Bayley hit a big Macho Man elbow to win and retain her Raw Women's title. The next segment of the 2017 WWE Hall of Famers were announced, like they always do every year at the stage, which was cool. Headlining, Kurt Angle comes out at the end in the middle with the big pyro and stuff. It was cool. Now we have Enzo and Cass versus Cesaro and Sheamus versus Gallows and Anderson in a Raw Tag Team title ladder match. Both Cesaro and Sheamus wore suits and kilts this time, which was cool. The New Day came out in their ring attire and announced that there is another team. They act like they're about to come out, which then I thought the New Day, something would happen at WrestleMania since they're the hosts. They're not. I thought they would either be in a match or they would either break up. So I kind of figured they maybe would insert themselves, but there was that slight hope that maybe something else would happen. The New Day come out in their ring attire. They announced there's another team that has to make their entrance into this match and make it a fatal four-way tag team title ladder match. They suddenly start to step closer, making everyone think it's them, and then boom, the Hardys come out, and the crowd goes wild, and I promise you, from my opinion, the Hardys stole this WrestleMania. They stole the show. This was the only surprise, the biggest pop, the biggest reaction. I am a big Hardy mark. I'll be the first to admit I'm a big fan of both the Hardys. But all that aside, no bias, this was the moment of the night. The Hardys hit Poetry in Motion 2 times real quick. Jeff hit the Whisper in the Wind. The Hardys' second ladder match in 2 days, being they just now wrestled 2 days before at the Ring of Honor Supercard in a ladder match with the Young Bucks where they lost the Ring of Honor titles. Sheamus and Cesaro hit the Stomp, the Air Raid Siren combo. Cass gave everyone a big boot. Sheamus hit the 10 beats of the Ballroom and the big swing on Gallows and Anderson. Sheamus and Cesaro did. Cesaro hit the Swiss 1-9 on Gallows on Carl Anderson. Cass threw Enzo to the outside on everybody. Sheamus brogue kicked Jeff off the second rope. He went to springboard off the second rope, caught a brogue kick from the inside and fell to the outside on his back, which was a really cool spot. The crowd chanted, "Delete, delete, delete," and "Brother Nero," pretty much the whole match. Matt was clearly still broken. I know he wasn't as edgy, you could tell. He wasn't going to talk the same as we could tell in his interviews that followed. But he did interject the broken tendencies, and the stuff he's saying and his accent from time to time. He is clearly still a little broken, half broken, you could say. And from my point of view, I think they will be broken in the future. And eventually maybe even split up. Broken Matt versus Immortal Jeff, maybe. Broken Matt versus some other kind of Jeff. You never know. But I do think both of them will definitely be broken in the future. Fully. Anderson threw Enzo off the ladder into an uppercut. They hit Anderson and Gallows hit the Magic Killer to Cesaro. Matt hit the Twist of Fate on Gallows, then climbed to the top. Anderson followed, then got a Twist of Fate by Matt from the top of the ladder to the floor. Jeff had some ladders set up on the outside, too, draping from the apron for the barricade horizontally, and one set up, the big one, the 20-foot one. He swantons Cesaro and Sheamus through it. Matt grabbed the titles, and the Hardys become the new Raw Tag Team Champions at WrestleMania in a Fatal 4-Way Ladder match. And if that wasn't the moment of the night, somebody please tell me what was. I loved it. I popped huge for it. Everyone else popped huge for it. It was awesome. Next, we had The Miz and Maurice versus John Cena and Nikki Bella. Pre-match, Jerry Lawler was announced as a commentator, and Al Roker guest entrance announced, and he actually got booed, which is kind of sad. Cena's mom was at ringside. The Miz hit the corner clothesline. The fans chanted, "This is awesome." Miz taunted and missed the second corner clothesline. Miz hit the backbreaker, neckbreaker combo. Miz was in control in the beginning. He hit the kneeling DDT. He taunted Daniel Bryan and did the kicks, but Nikki slaps the Miz onto the ground. Nikki then spears Maurice. Then she dives out on Miz. John and Nikki hit the double five-knuckle shuffle. Cena and Nikki Bella win via the attitude adjustment Rack 2.0 combo, which is a TKO. Post-match, John ends up proposing to Nikki, which everyone said he might do. He did. Cool. If it is it looked real, it looked legitimate. If it is a real-life thing, kudos to them. Cool. Next, we had one of the best matches of the show for me. Definitely one of the best overall matches. Triple H versus Seth Rollins in an unsanctioned fight. A lot of people say it went on too long. It did go on kind of long, but I thought it was still a really great match. Triple H entered on a badass hog with Steph on the back and following police officers on their bikes. It was really cool. Seth come out with the torch and he lit the ground and the LED lights. He lit the ring on fire. He lit the stage and the ring. It was cool. He should have got something better than that, in my opinion, though. They were fired up from the start. They fought in the crowd. Seth dove off the barricade. Triple H reversed the springboard knee, picking the leg, the injured leg. Rollins hit 2 suicide dives real quick like he likes to do. Triple H DDT'd Rollins on the announce table. Triple H used a chair on the leg. It told the story of Rollins' injured leg really good in this match. Rollins hit the corner turnbuckle flatliner. Seth worked the injury trying to sunset flip powerbomb off the top. Rollins reversed the pedigree into the buckle bomb, which I thought he wasn't going to do that anymore, but I guess he is on special occasions. Every now and then we're going to see it. Rollins hit a frog splash to Triple H's back. Triple H used the chairs again. He hit the spine buster. Triple H wrapped the chair around Seth's leg and went to the top. Rollins got up, threw the chair at him, knocked him off. Rollins hit the superplex, the Falcon's Arrow combo from the top for a near fall. Stephanie ended up getting involved, pulling Rollins' leg off the top rope. Triple H locked on the modified figure 4. Rollins countered with a crossface. Triple H hit the knee face buster, followed by a Rollins countered with a super kick. The crowd chanted, "Let's go, Rollins." Triple H keeps going for the sledgehammer, but Seth keeps avoiding it and countering. Seth grabs the sledgehammer in the end. Stephanie stops him and grabs it. Triple H hit the pedigree. Seth Rollins kicks out, actually. Rollins reversed the pedigree, the second pedigree from the top, and hit a Phoenix Splash for a near fall. The pedigree counter after a pedigree counter was cool. I liked seeing that. Seth super kicks Triple H into Stephanie, who was on the apron, through the table to the outside. Rollins ends up winning via a pedigree for his redemption and an awesome match. That was probably one of the better matches on the card, hands down for me at least. Next, we had Stephen Marley, Pitbull, Flo Rida, and Lunch Money Lewis. They performed, and it was actually a good performance. I was entertained, but I didn't think they needed that many people serving that long of time on the card. I didn't think they needed that. Maybe one or two would have done, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. Next, we had Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. Randy entered with a snake following him on the LED ramp, which was cool. Everybody said it looked like sperm, but whatever. It was cool, fuck. Everybody always likes to nitpick too much. I say, let them do what they're doing, man. Let them do it. It looked cool to me. Bray avoided an early RKO. Bray taunted, and then the maggots appeared in and on the ring, which was cool. I thought they should have done it just one time. They done it 3 times with maggots, roaches, and some worms, I think. Bray hit the Uranagi and the senton. Randy Orton reversed the Sister Abigail with a roll-up. Bray used Sister Abigail into the barricade on the outside. Orton hit the RKO outside. It looked like a DDT tribute with a cravat to... it looked like a DDP tribute with the RKO, because I may be mistaken, but I think he used a cravat like DDP used to do with the Diamond Cutter, so it may have been a little Easter egg, a little tribute to him, so it looked cool to me. Orton misses the punt kick, but hits the backbreaker and the Drake DDT. Randy Orton kicks out of Sister Abigail. The third taunt was cockroaches. Randy Orton wins via the RKO out of nowhere, and we have a new WWE champion. Next, we had Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg for the Universal title. Paul Heyman grabbed the mic to announce Brock like he always does. Brock hit 3 big suplexes immediately. Goldberg popped up, speared him twice immediately. Goldberg speared Brock through the barricade. Brock rolled outside. Goldberg speared him through the barricade. Brock reversed the jackhammer. Goldberg reversed the F5 into a 4th spear immediately. Lesnar kicked out of the jackhammer, which was cool. Lesnar gave him 10 Germans and then an F5 to win, and Brock ends up winning the feud versus Goldberg. 3 wins if you want to count the first one years ago in the stinker. A 6 of 10. It was cool for the wow fact, the nostalgia fact. It was cool for the surprising fact that they were just boom, 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 weren't selling anything. But other than that, it was what it was. It served its purpose, and I thought they done an awesome job. Both guys did. 6 of 10. Solid match. Nothing special. Solid, though. Next, we had Alexa Bliss versus Becky Lynch versus Mickie James versus Carmella versus Natalya versus Naomi in a 6-pack challenge for the SmackDown Women's title. Mickie entered in a big headdress. Alexa got the big pyro. Naomi got the big hometown pop. Naomi's glow was cool on the big stage and the ramp. The ring said "Feel the glow." It was cool. Becky's attire reminded me kind of Avatar a little bit. James Ellsworth got involved really early. Becky hit the back exploder on Ellsworth. Becky hit the seated senton from the top. The 3-person suplex powerbomb Tower of Doom was cool. Natty used the double sharpshooter on Carmella and Naomi both, which was cool and kind of inventive. Becky hit the diving leg drop. Mickie hit the Mickie DT. Naomi dove out to the outside. Naomi wins via the Slay Mission submission, and we have a new champion on SmackDown in the women's division, and we also seen a new move that we haven't seen in a long time from her with the Slay Mission. I always loved that move, and I wish she would bring it back sometimes. Looks like she is, so cool. The New Day announced the Citrus Bowl record of 75,245 in attendance. Jim Ross was announced to call the main event, which was Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker in a no-holds-barred match. Reigns had a cool pyro for his entrance. The Undertaker, he rose from the stage. It was really cool. Taker threw Reigns out early, taunting, "This is my yard." Taker got clotheslined to the floor but landed on his feet. He throws Reigns into the steps. Reigns hit a Samoan drop. Taker hit the snake eyes, the big boot, the leg drop combination like he always liked to do. Taker reversed the drive-by kick with the right hand. Reigns hit the drive-by over the announce table. Taker chokeslams Reigns on the German announce table. Didn't go through, but on top. Reigns speared Taker through the Spanish announce table from the top, standing on top of him, which was cool. Taker sets up outside when taunted by Reigns. Taker reversed the corner punches with a last ride for a near fall. Taker used the chair, but Reigns rolls out to avoid the choke slam. Reigns hits two Superman punches. Taker hits the choke slam. Reigns kicks out. Reigns kicks out of the tombstone. Whoa! They botched the tombstone reversal into a Superman punch. It was originally looked like it was supposed to be the traditional tombstone reverse back into a tombstone of the opposite, but they end up botching it. He just lets him go and Superman punches him. Reigns hits another spear. Taker locks in Hell's Gate. Roman made it to the ropes. Taker